A very good afternoon and a warm welcome to live day one coverage from the NH Ladies Championship. Timothy Lowe here. Good to have your company this Friday afternoon from beautiful Suwon Country Club. We're about half an hour outside of Seoul. This beautiful property, opened back in 1975, has seen Choi Eun-woo vault to the top of the leaderboard after a very impressive opening round of 65. Bogey-free in her effort this morning. She's tailed closely by Bae So-hyun and Lee So-mi, who picked up an eagle at the par 5 17th en route to a 66. The defending champion, Park Min-ji, well, she's a further shot back in a group of 4 players, which includes Jung Yun-ji. 132 players teed it up this week in search of the lion's share of a 800 million Korean won prize purse. 144 million heading the way of the champion come Sunday afternoon. The NH Ladies Championship, the 6th event of what promises to be a blockbuster 2022 season on the KLPGA Tour. This week, it's a 54-hole event, so we're starting on a Friday and ending in what hopefully will be beautiful sunshine Sunday afternoon. The course, well, it's this lovely par 72, as I mentioned at the top of the show, opened back in 1975, and we're in Yongjin City, just about half an hour outside of Seoul. It's cool and overcast this afternoon and not too much breeze to speak of. So suffice to say, it's pretty much ideal scoring conditions for the ladies on the golf course this afternoon. Humidity, that's not going to be a bother, just around 35%. Already 66 players in red figures through the first round and a half of this championship. This is Park Ji-young, already a winner on tour this year at the Mediheal Championship. She's made the turn at 1 under par. This for birdie at 10. Greens are running pure and true. And that's good touch there. It's a bit of pace from Ji-young. Ina, one of the leading candidates for Rookie of the Year through the first couple of events of 2022, going along nicely today at 3 under par. This one swings a lot from right to left, but a deft bit of touch from Ina. Yet to miss a cut this year, Ina. Currently 3 under par, 4 shots adrift. Now Ga-young. Oh, she's been knocking on the door a fair amount over the last 2 weeks. Runner-up at the KLPGA, runner-up again at the Kyochon Honey last week. Needs to get back to level par. It's on a nice line, but it just stays high for Ga-young. It was 1 over par, 1 under par through a couple, then a really ugly double bogey at the 7th, slipping her back the wrong side of par. Jump up ahead to find Hee-jong. So he played 2 events in 2022 as the 21-year-old. Top 10 at the Nexen St. Nine Masters, and then withdrew after opening round of 76 at the KLPGA Championship a couple of weeks ago. Third shot now to 17. Already seen an eagle today from Lee So-mi. Receptive hole location. Oh, that's a loose one. The 4-time titleist on the KLPGA Tour. Park Gi-yeol with a chance to get to 2 under. Wants to die left. Oh, unlucky. Lost a card at the end of the 2021 season at Park Gyal, but she started 2022 with authority. Finds herself inside the top 15 on the money list through the first 5 events of the year. 85 meters left, just coming over the shoulder of the bunker for the lady who leads the Rookie of the Year points race right now, Lee Won. And you can see why, with shots like that, beautifully done from Yi-won. Ga-young, she plays so well at Ildong Lakes a fortnight ago. Just pipped to the post by Kim Hei Lim in some brutal Sunday scoring conditions. A couple of shots adrift with Cho Ah-yan last week at the Kyeocheon Honey. But Ga-young, a prodigious talent, a wonderful competitor, and a good person as well. No doubt her first victory will be very popular throughout South Korea. Lee Chae-yun, too. Only 47 left. Follow in Lee Yi-won, and follow in she does. 2 excellent shots from Chae-yun 2 and Lee Yi-won. Hee-jung just off the 17th. It's a makeable chip. You just gotta hit it. It's been a rather ho-hum afternoon for Lim Hee-jung. He hasn't been able to get much going. Still 1 under par. Plenty of golf to be played. Off to a great start with a pair of birdies. Just dropping that shot at 4, all pars since. Gyal. 11th tee, get a good tee shot away here. Perhaps you can entertain thoughts of challenging the front edge of the green in 2. Yeah, that's nicely placed up the left-hand side. Park Ji-young. Efficient and repeatable golf swing, like so many on the KLPGA Tour. Very simple, doesn't overcomplicate things. 26-year-old, 9th season on tour. Okay, so we get a friendly kick and scuttle on down the right edge of the fairway. Not the longest player, but certainly one of the best of the Korean women's game. Ga-young. That one heading right, perhaps. Ooh, far right, but it's going to get a little friendly assist and roll out of the thick stuff. So a good break for the 22-year-old. Finished 14th in this championship 12 months ago. Play off to Kim Hei Rim at the Macomb Mona Park Ladies Open. A couple of runner-up finishers coming into the week now at the home hole. Hee-jung, her 9th hole of the day. Nicely placed. Today on 18, right at the front edge of the green. You see that very elevated tee shot. Players can get quite a bit of distance out there. Yu Hei-ran currently leading the points list, but opening up with a 1 under par round of 71 this morning. A couple of birdie opportunities for the ladies on the 11th green. First to go will be Chae-Yun 2. Going to give Lee Yi-won a really nice line read. See Yi-won's marker just about 6 inches left of Chae-Yun 2's left foot. Oh, it's unlucky. Just trying to force it in there with pace. I suspect Yi-won's going to give it a little bit more borrow when it's her turn. Now back down the fairway. Guillaume, you see that tree in the middle of the fairway? More of an optical problem for the players. It's far enough back. Definitely ain't right of it. Just work a little draw around the tree. Nicely struck. And nicely placed for Park Gi-yeol. Yi-won. She managed a little better than her playing partner. Should be outside left edge to get to red figures. Oh, that's almost a carbon copy of Lee Chae-Yun 2's putt. A couple of very nice shots. Don't result in birdies for these two. They'll play in this group. The venerable Zhang Hana, who's back at 1 over par, as is Lee Ga-young. She has a tendency to hang back and sort of leave her weight back on her right side, which causes that club to flip left, and it's not really where you want to be playing your third shot from into 11. Park Ji-yeon, long way up there. Can she potentially get home on 2? It's a cool afternoon. He's not going to be flying quite as far. She's waiting. Zhang Hana and Lee Chae-Yun 2 still yet to putt. Zhang Hana here. Stay at 1 over, no problems. Give this one a crack into. She isn't the longest player on the tour, the 26-year-old. Averages about 241 yards of the tee, which leaves her outside the top 50 in that stat category. The tee shot does play downhill, so fancies her chances. Can really nut one. Keep it towards the TV tower on the left-hand side. Don't flirt with the trap. Might be able to run this one up on the green, but that started at the right edge of the green and is not coming back. Ooh, oh, that's unlucky. She'd much rather be in the green side bunker from there. That's going to be very awkward for the winner of the Mediheal Championship at the start of the season. million Korean won banked through the first 5 events of 2022 for Ji-young. Jun Yi-sung, this downhill tickler for a birdie at 14. Is it going to stay up? Oh, it certainly will. Nice putt from Jun Yi-sung. That's a 4th birdie for opening round. It takes her once again to 2 under par. Guillaume. Good angle from the left half of the fairway. See that pin cut very close to the right edge. Only 4 from the right edge. This angle, she can just take it left of that inside bunker. Should just drift a fraction right. full yardage for Guillaume. And a very well played shot from Park. Is Guillaume in that bunker? Certainly looks like it. Suppose the news isn't all bad for Gaia. Ball's lying rather well, and it's good compact sand we have at Suwon Country Club. Very nipped. They should get a lot of spin on it, so should definitely to be looking to carry this past the pin. Crisply. It's just the issue sometimes coming out these fairway bunkers with firm, compact sand. So much spin on the ball, unless you're throwing it all the way to the hole. Very hard to get it close, but safely on the green for Guy Young. Hee-jung on 18. See that hole cut right in the front section. Only 91 meters to go. Beautifully done. So hard to keep that underneath the hole, but Hee-jung does that with ease. So she'll have an opportunity to go out in 2 under par 34 here at the 6th event of the 2022 season. It's Choi Yeon-woo, courtesy of a bogey-free 65, who leads the way at 7 under par. this is all kinds of unpleasant for Park Ji-young. At least she's got a fairly level stance, but a downhill lie, downwind, trying to pop it up and over quite a bit of sand, landing on a downslope. Not easy at all. It's a good, smart, safe shot from Park Ji-young. Took a gamble with that second shot, didn't pay off, but doesn't compound the error further. That's always a real important thing in golf. Don't exacerbate the mistake. Now, Kim Bo-ah, second shot to the 14th. 140 meters left. Beautiful shot. Good chance to get to 3 under par after that beauty from Kim Bo-ah. For a 4. That's 11. Beautiful roll. And not to be for Park Ji-young. Second on the money list and the points list after her great start to the year. Also had a top 10 finish at Ildong Lakes at the KLPGA Championship a couple of weeks ago. Ewon finished 6th at Ildong Lakes, 123 meters left of the 12th. She's only 19 years of age and already a contender consistently in her first season on the KLPGA Tour. Another wonderful shot from Lee Yi-won. Now, Ga-young for a birdie. She learned from Park Ji-young's putt. Oh, you bet she has. That was struck with pace and authority. Nice birdie at 11. Gets Lee Ga-young back to level par. Som. Just looking like this could be hanging a fraction right. It's a friendly kick. It's going to be a putt up the rise for Da Som. Very good third shot to this point. She will convert for a birdie 4, just like Lee Ga-young. Couple of nice birdies. Park Ji-young slips ever so much closer to the championship lead of Choi Eun-woo. Ga-eun, last year's Rookie of the Year, just starting her back 9, currently 4 under par. Did make a par till the 7th hole, 5 birdies and a drop shot in her first 6. That one is going to go trickling by. She is locked in with a putter. She's a very dangerous contender. It blows hot and cold, does Ga-eun's flat stick. Seems to be working just fine this afternoon. Now to 18 and Hee-jung to turn in 34. John just gives you an idea of the amount of subtle slopes you get on these greens at Suwon. To convince yourself that there is that much break in it. But Choi Eun-woo, well, she solved the riddle beautifully this morning. A bogey-free round of 65, including an inward half of 30. Sees her enjoy that one-shot cushion over Lee So-mi and Bae So-hyun here on day 1 at the NH Ladies Championship. wonderful approach shot. And it's another putt that doesn't drop for the teenager. It's been a bit of a frustrating Friday afternoon on the greens for Lee Hee-won. One of her pursuers on the Rookie of the Year points race, Yoon Ina, having a much better day. A chance to get to 4 under and inside the top 10. Flat putt. Very makeable. Oh, that was carrying some speed. Beautifully holed from Yoon Ina, constructing a very fine afternoon at Suwon. 4 under par, 3 holes to play. It's the group that includes last year's Rookie of the Year, Song Ga-eun. To tidy up for a 4. Okay, no mistakes for Lee Hee-won. Sung down the hill for a birdie at 15, playing alongside Ina. Oh, and matching her with a beautiful birdie there. Well done, Jun Yi-sung. Couple of birdies. Now she gets to 3 under, inside the top 15. Slow putt up the rise. To her left for Ma Da-som. How about it? Oh, great effort. So tough to judge a putt when it's coming up and over a rise like that. Slow at the start, quick at the end. But a simple 2 putt will keep her 3 under the car. As well. Birdies are there for the taking this opening round at the NH Ladies Championship. And Kim will collect one after a wonderful second shot to the par 4. Nice clean scorecard, that's what you want to see. 4 holes to play. Yeah, jump back a couple of holes to find the second shot of Lee Ka-young. Excellent tee shot here on 12. Straight down the middle. An inviting hole location. Front portion of the green, but is this turning over too much? Yeah, it's okay. No problems for Ga-young. Breeze today, 12. Breeze there is to speak of. 140 for Guido. Much lower than Ga-young's. Gets a nice kick forward onto the green. A couple of well-played shots from 22 and the 26-year-old. That sits second on the money list. Ji-young. 4 titles to her name. First one coming all the way back in 2016 at the S-Oil Championship. This looks like Ga-young's just tailing off to the left, and it's comes up short. A little disappointing from Ji-young. Okay, hole in one time. 16th hole stretches out to just a touch under 140 meters. You see there, beautiful Mercedes-Benz E-Class for any player The first player to snag an ace at this par 3. Yun Ina, well, not going to be driving off in a new set of wheels today, but perhaps a chance to get to 5 under par, move on to the front page of the leaderboard. Slippery downhiller for E1 at the other par 3 on this inward half. Is it going to turn? Is it going to turn? Oh, another one. How many times are we going to see that from Lee Hee-won here on day 1? God, that looked really good coming down the hill. Had to be very careful with that. But another chance slips by. Boa on 15 after that nice birdie. Oh, gives herself a chance for 2 in a row. Well played from Kim Boa. Dasson 116, just a couple of yards closer. She hates it. It's a very poor shot with couldn't have been more than a 9-iron in hand. Dasson, but it's not disastrous. It's not the most punishing layout that the ladies play all year. Suwon gives you chances. You'll take hers here. Oh, yes, she can. Grab the left edge, drops in for a first birdie of the back 9. It was a rough start, but, well, Lee Chae-yoon too, making a nice move at the 13th. Talk about not punishing players for missing greens. Ji-young with another very makeable chip here. Straightforward, back in the stance, release it out to the hole. Good touch, stayed aggressive. That's what you want to see from Park Ji-young. There's 10 rounds in the 60s coming into this week. Now Ina for another birdie. Into a share of 5th. Looked to touch left off the putter face. Not to be a 5th birdie of her afternoon. Now Ga-young. Chance to get back to where she was before taking a double at the 7th. This should move just a fraction to her left. This to get back into red figures. Yeah, good putt. Nice and positive. You've seen she's very good at that through the first couple of rounds, and just over the weekend, or especially on a Sunday, tries to caress those putts in. You want to see more of that when the chips are down and the pressure's on come Sunday afternoon, especially in contention. She's putting the pieces together. Here's Lee Ga-young. To clean up back at 13 for E1. Okay, it's another steady par. Patient 19-year-old. Okay, that squirrely second shot for Dasson, who's second on that Rookie of the Year points race. With a good bit of touch there. A couple of top 10s in 2022 so far for the rookie. 10th at the Mediheal and 8th last week at the Kyochon Honey Championship. Gio for a birdie at 12. 2. Just slipping by on the right-hand side. That's okay for Park Gi-yeol. Does have one KLPGA Tour title to her credit. That was back in 2018. This lady still looking for her first. Park Ju-young. Oh, that's a classy way to make a birdie. Well done for Park Ju-young. Had a rough start. She's battled back bravely. Now gets into red figures for the first time this week. 31-year-old veteran on the KLPGA Tour. So a bit of tidying up for Ji-young to come at 12. Okay, tickles that in the left side. Nice up and down. Title coming at the Seokyeong Network's Ladies Classic back in 2018. She did finish third on the Rookie of the Year points list in 2015 in her first season, and 2021 was the only year where she lost her tour card. Got it back at Q School at the end of the season, and she's made a very solid start to 2022. It's been a tidy start to this championship as well. Boa for another birdie. Swings a bit from right to left. Not going to be high enough there. Spent a bit of time practicing with Asian Tour winner Michael Lauren Shin at the start of the week. Two of them good friends, practiced together a fair amount. Wonder if Micah gave Boa any advice. Hwang Yo Min. Lim Ji-yu, the amateurs in the field this week. A chance to get to 2 under. Oh, well done. Well done indeed. So she gets the 2 under par with a couple of birdies at 9 and 10 into a share of 24th at 2 under par. At the lead of Choi Eun-woo for the moment. Still nice and safe at 7 under par after that opening round of 65 this morning. First par 3 of this inward half, the 13th hole. Gi-yeol on the tee. The top 5s already this season. 5th at the Lotte Rent-A-Car in Jeju Island. 3rd at the next Sensate 9 Masters at Gimhae Gaya. Very consistent so far since getting her car back. 7-9. Had to stay online. Stay online it does. Excellent tee shot to the 13th for Park Gi-yeol. Have another look at this. Very efficient, simple swing. Pitched it in the front edge of the green and releases up to 6 feet. But that putt still has a bit of swing from left to right, so don't go scribbling a 2 down for Park Gi-yeol just yet. Hee-jung's made the turn. Out to the first we go. 21-year-old to try to get to 2 under. And get to 2 under she will. It's very good from Lim Hee-jung. Only a 3rd start of 2022 this week. Now we've seen one good one on 13. Won Ga-young. Give us another. Should be a 7-9 as well for the 22-year-old. Indeed it is. Oh, and that's another good one. They are peppering the pin at this par 3. winner on tour this year. Came last month. And our best finish of 2021, the season just passed, was actually here at the NH Ladies Open. It was a 4th place finish to Park ENG. I like Suwon Valley. It's 7-9 as well. Fade. Is that going to work off the back slope? No, it's not. That's in Lee Yi-won country. But a couple of good shots from Park Gi-young and Lee Ga-young. Even birdie chances. Park Ji-young will have to do it from the upper level of this 2-tiered par 3 green. Day 1 action rolls on from event number 6 of 2022, the NH Ladies Championship. This is the lady at 2 under par, Lim Hee-jung. Second hole just meanders round to the right. She took that right up the right-hand side. Another beautiful tee shot from the sweet swinging former winner of the Financial Group Star Championship coming in her rookie season. For the cream, well, rising to the top already. On day 1, it's Suwon, but no one has been able to go lower than Choi Eun-woo. Eun-woo signing for a 65 this morning to set the pace at 7 under par. That Park Ji-young is allowing for here at 13. Just get it over the slope, about 8 feet in front of her. Gravity will do the rest. Here it comes. It's going to keep bending. Look at this for a putt. Excellent from Park Ji-young. Super touch. Dassom on the other par 3. This inward half. Oh, that one. Little rush of blood to the head goes racing past for lady in second on the Rookie of the Year race. She was leading the Rookie of the Year race before Lee Yi-won's brilliant top 5 finish at the next St. 9 Masters. Guillaume. Terrific tee shot, but she's got to give this one attention. Needs to start this outside the left edge of the hole, or it is just going to swipe right as it loses speed. Got to be positive here. There it is. So hard to trust that that's going to move so much, and unfortunately, despite a wonderful tee shot, not to be a 2 for Park Gi-young. Hee-jung after that tidy tee shot. Got to start on a very nice line. And it's a very nice shot from Lim Hee-jung. He's turning on the style with a couple of very good iron shots over the last couple of holes. Crafting opportunities. That's what you got to do. That's what Lee Ga-young has done. Much easier putt than Gi-yeol's. should be outside right edge. Much more comfortable for a righty to have a putt that's breaking right to left. Yes, wonderful too. Brilliant tee shot. Nicely holed putt. Fourth birdie of the day comes at the 13th for Lee Ga-young. Just the par then for Park. Excellent tee shot, just unlucky. Left herself a rather tricky little slider for birdie. Now this is Hwang Yo-min, highest ranked female amateur in South Korea. 6 birdies on the card today. Start out the back 9. Second shot now to the par 4 6th from 106. Oh, and it's beautiful. It's very good. And she's got that in a couple of moments to tie Choi Yun-woo at the top with still the par 5 8th to play. Could there be an amateur leading this championship at the close of the opening round? Da-som. Okay. Took a little lap of honor. And it's a par. Ga-young. After that nice birdie at 13. Seems to look very happy with it at her finish position, but always seems to stripe it down the middle. What you would call a textbook swing. Ga-young, it's certainly not unorthodox, it's got its idiosyncrasies. More conventional action, more rotational, less armsy, less flippy. To miss a fairway today. To miss a green, I should say. She has missed one fairway. It's been a very assured ball striking performance this Friday afternoon. Just in Yongjin City. Also, straight up the middle goes Park Gi-young. Gio, 2015 Rookie of the Year on the KLPGA Tour. The straightest driver of the golf ball. He averages about 68% of her fairways. It's not overly penal if you stray off the short grass here at Suwon. It's just going to hang in the left edge of it. Okay, 3 good tee balls from your featured group this afternoon at the NH Ladies Open. Surely one of these has got to drop for Lee Yu-won. Another look at birdie here on 14. And there it is. Lee Yu-won finally gets one to drop and gets into red figures. Beautifully done. They've got to work on that fist bump though. If you're going to go for the high five, you're going to go for the fist bump. Just got to commit. Wow, Hee-jong to start her back 9 in the best possible way. This for a birdie start to her second 9. Not a ton of movement in this one. Just outside right edge. Oh, she's stalking the putts. Brilliantly holed from Lim Hee-jong, as she did on her opening 9. It's a birdie start. To tie the lead, Hwang Yo-min. Just drifts off to the right. And she came 4th all by herself at Rainbow Hills at the Korea Women's Open last year. She played 4 KLPGA Tour events and was low amateur in every single one of them. She is a prodigious talent. And Worley will be just a matter of time before we see her out week in, week out, competing on the best tour in Korean women's golf. Now, Giel, first to play into 14. That hole today cut all the way in the back left of the green. 5 paces from the front. It's a big 6-iron for Park, but oh, she's just tucked that off to the left, and it's a first green in regulation miss today for Park Giel. To save par for Giel at 14. Gia. Golf cart just past the pin on the right. Started there, but that's hanging right. Settle down, settle down. Just scurries through the green, but it's a slightly easier up and down for Ji Young than Giel, although that is going to pitch from back to front, so it'll be running away from her. Still not disastrous. Huge tee shot from Guy Young. Can she take advantage? Oh, she certainly can. Got the measure of that. Guy Young on the mend after a double bogey at the 7th hole. But it's the teenage amateur Hwang Yo-min making the biggest move of day one. Choi Yun-woo's target of 65 this morning could be in jeopardy. Yo-min, with 3 holes to play, is only 1 shot back. this. Off a slight downhill slope. That's the smarter shot. Trying to play the low wedge off the back foot, but that's the problem. Just kills coming back up towards the hole. She's made a good fist of it. Giving herself a chance to walk off with a par 4. Second shot to the 9th. Just 111 left. Currently 34th on the money list. Pick that rather cleanly. Should get a lot of spin on this. Spin didn't do her any favors there. Good looking shot. Just comes up a fraction shy for Hwang Jung-mi. Simple chip required for Park Ji-young. Everything running away from her. Carry this about a third of the way there, and it should release out. Don't think that was quite far enough. Gave that a little too much respect, did Park Ji-young. So Yoon Ina now on 17. Slow putt coming up the slope for a birdie 4. Wasn't that slow? My goodness, that's gone racing past for Ina. What was such a solid performance? Could come to a grinding halt if she doesn't pop that one in to keep clean on the day. Another birdie to get to 2 under. Just dove left on Guy Young. Such a fine second shot as well to this long par 4. But just the par will keep Guy Young at 1 under. Hee-jo. Can she keep the run going? It's a 6-iron on the 3rd. And today in the front left. 7 from the left edge. Cannot afford to tug it into the greenside trap. Well, she tugged it. It's a bit high. Avoids the sand. Okay. Little tester for Park Ji-young on 14. Careful with this. Easy to let this get away from her. Oh no. That's a real unforced error. Middle of the fairway, perfect spot. Didn't have an overly difficult chip from the back of the green, and she's going to walk off. A shot worse for wear. Now Ina. Important momentum saving putt. This for par to stay at 4 under and stay bogey free. Hurry. Oh, well done. That's a gutsy 2 putt for Yoon Ina. Keep those squares off the scorecard. Stays inside the top 10. Jung-mi for a birdie at the 9th. Movement to her left. Read that is straight. Yeah, a bit unlucky. A fraction more spin than she was expecting with that second shot. Giol for a tidy up and down. Oh, brilliantly holed from Park Gi-yeol. Absolute nails from that range so far this season. She stays 2 under. So for bogey now. Okay. a shot dropped for Park Ji-young. First of the day comes at the 14th hole. Smashing out of the sand is Jang Soo-yeon, who's had a rotten opening round so far. 3 over par. Hello. Oh, nicely done. Up and in you go for Jang Soo-yeon. It's back to 2 over, but going out at 38, taking double at 14. That's just unpleasant to say the least for Soo-yeon, winner of the season opening event on Jeju Island. Really has struggled to rekindle that form ever since. Now to Hwang Yo-min on 7. 110 meters left, just coming out of the first cut of rough. You fancy your chances to stick this close. Wow, she got a lot of spin out of that right rough, beg your pardon. So he has a lot of speed through the impact here, and that's how you generate spin. Compress into that ball. It almost feels like the ball rides up the grooves of the club. Heejung's going to hope for a bit of that here. Pitch it just past the fringe. Oh. Goodness me, that was a bit clunky from Heejung. It wasn't a straightforward pitch, but gosh, it wasn't that difficult. Unfortunately, it looks like a case of deja vu for Heejung. Birdie start, bogey the first par 3, and kind of scratch your head. To 15 and Lee Ga-young. Just a straightaway par 4. Start up the left-hand side with a little fade. Yep. Something just like that. Sunday afternoon at Gimhae-gai en route to that third place finish at the next St. Nine Masters. Birdied her final hole, the 72nd hole of the championship, to trade places with her playing partner Choi Ye-rim. Move into the top 3 out of a share of 5th. Pitched a pretty penny for her. She just seems so much more comfortable this season than she did last year. Remember, she was struggling towards the end of the campaign, narrowly losing her tour card. It's not going to be a bother for her if she continues in this fine form throughout 2022. It started up the middle. Oh, just leaks into the right trap. Okay, it's going to roll down slightly. As long as that lip isn't bothering her, she should be able to get onto the putting surface in 2. Squirrely one from Keo. How does Ji-young respond to a first drop shot of the day? 74 players currently in red figures. Kim Ji-young too, not one of them. A share of 75th right now. It's a nice looking swing for Ji-young, who has picked up a bit of distance in the last couple of months. Picked up a fair amount of cash as well, over 260 million won. Heejung across the green for par at 3. Is it going to get there? No, it's not. Just runs out of pace, and that's a second bogey of her opening round, and concerningly, it's second bogey at a par 3. So she drops back to 2 under par. Ina at the home hole, but coming out of the left rough. Pins in the front section. Going to be hard to keep this underneath the hole. Land this about 105, 104, then skip up. And that's unfortunately the problem of coming out of the rough. You can't get any spin on it. It's on the green. That'll be a putt for a 67 for the lady who's third on the rookie points race in 2022. Yeomin, a lengthy putt for birdie at 7. All about the pace this. Snuggle it up close. If it goes in, it's a bonus. Just don't bring 3-putt into play. Yeah, just like that. Very nicely judged from Hwang Yo-min. Very mature player for only 18 years of age. She's more than used to being in this position on the KLPGA Tour. Okay, don't think the lip's going to bother Park Gi-yeol too much. Smooth swing, nice contact. It's a 7-iron from 128. After that, pretty hard, and just coming up a fraction short. Perhaps just catching that a fraction heavy. Well, we need to get those scrambling boots on again. Keel. Great up and down at the last. She's gonna need that again here on 15. Perfect line, the left edge of the fairway for Park Ji-young. That is a wonderful response after that bogey. Great tee shot, good second shot. Chance to get back into red figures. Ga-young perfectly placed as well. Start this at the TV tower. A fraction right, but it gets a nice kick and it's just going to release onto the green. Okay, it's a good break for Lee Ga-young. You need good breaks if you want to win, not only on the KLPGA Tour, but anytime teeing it up in a tournament. Hwang Yo-min will tell you all about that. This for par at 7. To stay clean and to stay one back. Yeah, well done. Nicely holed from the amateur. We'll now head to the scoreable par 5/8 with sights set on tying Choi Eun-woo at the top of the leaderboard, just like Song Ga-eun has just done. Song Ga-eun with quite the birdie run, just finding another at the 13th for an 8th of the day. There's parity at the top at 7 under par. Choi Eun-woo and Song Ga-eun lead the way here on day 1 at Suwon. wonderful way to conclude Friday action for Yoon Ina. Downhill right to left her. Birdie at the last. Oh, it's on a wonderful line. Oh, unlucky for Ina, but ooh, that one's rolled 2 or 3 feet past a comfortable tap-in from the rookie. Made a great comebacker on 17 for par. She'll need another one there. Hee Jong. Got the fairway bunker here on the 4th. No option to attack into. All about position now. Okay. Back in play. Playing alongside Ina. Jenny Sung. The Celtrion Queens last year on the KLPGA Tour. Just seen her playing partner's ball go racing past. Don't expect this one to be coming in with too much speed. Okay, snuggles that up close. Should be a round of 2 under par 70 for Jenny Sung. Very careful not to step on the line of Ina. All right. Par at the last. Out in 35, home in 35. 2 under par opening round. Leaves a share of 24th heading into the weekend. Now Ina for a round of 68. Oh, and that's a shame. She got away with one on 17. She's not going to get away with one at the last. Her first bogey of the day comes at her final hole of the day. Still, 69 to open, 3 under par. Leaves her well placed. Heading into the weekend, a share of 15th. It's Choi Yun-woo and Song Ga-eun. They are chasing. The pair of them at 7 under par. Hwang Yo-min, the amateur, she's at 6 under with 2 to play, but on the par 5/8 now. That leaderboard could change quite a bit over the next hour and a half. Gayam trying to inch ever closer to the lead. This for birdie at 15. Well, good effort. That's the positivity she needs to carry on throughout the rest of this week and the season if she wants to get across the line for the first time in her career. I have no doubt she will be a multiple-time winner on the KLPGA. No doubt this lady's going to have a very impressive resume as well when all is said and done. Hwang Yo-min laid up into on the 8th. Just 46 meters left to this par 5. Cut right in the front section, just 5 from the front and 4 off the left. Maximum spin. Well played underneath the hole. Stay there. Okay. Yeoman and they look to make it a 3-way tie at the top. Guillaume played a very nice pitch from the front of the green. This to escape with yet another par. All right. Another very good up and down. Keeps Park Guillaume 2 under. It's been all smiles since getting her card back at the start of 2022. Back out to the 4th and Lim Hee Jong. On 4 today, just that back right. You can just about see it poking out from across the far end of this cavernous trap. Leaking right. Ooh, it's just going to fall off the right edge of the green. It's not going to be in the bunker. Couple of squirrely iron shots for Hee Jong. Left on 3, right on 4. Gone off the boil, just the touch. Ji Young missed her birdie after that wonderful second shot, so it's just a par for Ji Young. Remains level par, and if the cut came at the end of play today, as things stand, she'd be on the wrong side of it. 60 professionals and ties make it through to the final round Sunday afternoon. Of course, still 18 holes to play for these ladies. Ga Young with a little comeback, and as she's done since the rules were changed a couple years ago, leaving the flagstick in. Some players love it, some players not so much. Works well for Ga Young though. Nicely hole. Ga Young battling bravely after that double bogey 6 at the par 4 7th. Why don't we have a look at the par 3 16th, where the ladies will be heading next. There's a gorgeous Mercedes-Benz E-Class up for grabs on this 139-meter par 3. Slightly uphill tee shot. We're playing to the green on the right this afternoon, or this week I should say. A lot of courses in Korea with double greens, one for the winter months, one for the summer months. The pin today, well, it's about as generous as it comes on this par 3. Smack in the middle of the green, 14 paces from the front and just 11 from the right. Very gettable. That Mercedes could very much be in danger. Such a tempting looking hole location, especially in the middle of the green. Ga Young first to strike. It's a very nice shot from Lee Ga Young. Beauty on the 13th hole. First par 3 of this inward half. Keogh do with another here. Each other pretty much club for club with distance, so you feel this should be a 7-9 as well for Keogh. It's a 6-iron, all right. Feather this a fraction. It's on a much better start line. It's a very good shot. As they were on 13. Pair of good looks at birdie for Ga Young and Keogh. And Hwang Yo-min to get to 7 under. Wind doesn't do too much this putt. Keeps that head nice and still. And not for the first time in her young career. Hwang Yo-min, the amateur, gets to 7 under par. Gets into a share of the lead. Now Lee Yi-won on the last, penultimate hole. Third shot into this par 5. Not gonna chase it up after pitching it in that front bank. Presses it a little bit more than her two playing partners. Tell you what, that is a wonderful tee shot. Park Ji-young, she let a great opportunity slide by at the last. I don't think she's going to let that one go. But a cheerless day for Jung Hana so far. Couple of bogeys early, birdie at the 9th, all pars to this point on the back 9. 100 meters left. The winningest player on the KLPGA Tour. That's more like it from Zhang Hana. So a chance for her to get back to even par. Couple of victories back in 2021 for Zhang Hana, including a major championship at Blackstone. Yun 2 started with a couple of early bogeys. Has rattled off 4 birdies since, so she's currently 1 under. Currently 5th on the order of merit. On the money list, I should say. Just over the top of the flagstick. So close to toppling Park Ji-young at the Mediheal at the start of the year, finishing time for second with Lee Da-yeon. Here is Ga-young for birdie at 16. Slightly low. Not to be. Really, you take out that double bogey at the 7th, and Lee Ga-young is right in it once again. Okay. Bit of a good break for Hee-jung here. That ball not rolling all the way down the slope. It could easily release another 15, 20 feet down that slope, making the shot a lot harder. So it's a far more straightforward up and down for Hee-jung. Clumsy as well. Oh, she made a real meal of what was a fairly straightforward up and down back at 3. Now she's under a bit of pressure again here at 4. So all sorts of problems for Hee-jung. Guillaume to get to 3 under. Desperately unlucky, got robbed there. The full 360 lip out. And that will keep Park Ji-young back at 2 under par. Gee whiz, that was a really good putt. Desperately unlucky. Now Hee-jung to avoid back-to-back bogeys. This for par at the 4th. No, it's not going to turn that much. Been that kind of a day for Lim Hee-jung. She's looked so good in spurts, and inexplicably, a couple of loose iron shots, a couple of clunky chips, into a pair of bogeys. Now, come on, Ji-young. That tee shot deserves a 2. Inside right edge putt has been nice and positive. This to get back into red figures. Yeah, well done. With that birdie, Park Ji-young goes back to 1 under, and that means we've got 75 players in red figures out of 132 that teed it up this week. That is some going. Kang Ye-lin now with her second shot to 15. And it's a peach of a shot from Kang Ye-lin. Going in from everywhere. Birdies galore on day 1 at the NH Ladies Open. It hasn't been birdies galore for Lee Hee-won. A chance to collect another here on 17. Just outside of 30 feet, everything falling to her left. Yeah, not to be. Just be careful to not trod on the line of Zhang Hana. Okay, keep her 1 under par. Just not good enough when you've got players tearing up the golf course with birdies in droves. 1 under, not going to cut the mustard. Chae-Yun 2. Putting slightly downhill for birdie at 17. Oh, is it going to get there? It certainly will. How was that turned right at the end? Oh, no. This group just a little flat, you feel. Chae-Yun 2 at 1 under. He won at 1 under. Both players really struggling. Jung Hana at 1 over par. That has a chance to get back to even. This for a birdie. It's outside a right edge, but really the best part of her game. This club in her hand right here. No mistakes. She's a real battler, Jung Hana. It's a nice birdie at 17, takes her back to level par. But outside the top 70, there is work to be done tomorrow for Hana to make it to the weekend, or make it to Sunday, I should say, here at this 54-hole championship. Kang Hee Lin to get to 3 under. Yeah, tickles that in the front edge. Beautifully done for Kang Hee Lin. She's bogey-free on the day. Into the top 15 she goes. Second shot into the last. In Ju-yeon, who's all the way back at 1 over par, but playing the best in this group. That includes Jang Soo-yeon and Kim Ji-young too. 2 and 3 over par respectively. Middle of the fairway, good chance to stick one close here from 103. Yeah, she will do just that. 1 title to her name. Ju-yeon came at this championship 4 years ago. Yeomin at her final hole of the day, the par 4 ninth. 16 left. Just not getting that release to this elevated green. 7 unanswered birdies in the scorecard of the 18-year-old in this opening round of the NH Ladies Championship. Jang Soo-yeon back at 3 over once more. Par 5 17th. But that's a very good shot from Soo-yeon. So a chance for a closing birdie, but even if she does make that, 74 leaves her. You feel she have to shoot something in the mid-60s just to make the cut tomorrow. The cut might come around 2 under, maybe even 3. That, of course, all comes down to weather conditions. Kim Ji-young too, very much in the same boat as Soo-yeon. Last to play. And all 3 players with excellent looks for birdie. Like Jang Soo-yeon, she took double bogey 6. But now we go out to Song Ga-eun, your new tournament leader, who's just made her 4th birdie in a row at 14. 129 left to the 15th. Birdies today through her first 14 holes. And when she gets that putter working, as I said at the top of the show, she is very dangerous. And that hole looks the size of a bucket to the diminutive Ga-eun now. Ooh, Ga-young in a spot of bother. Tugs that tee shot. 70 into the left trees. The good news for Ga-young is it's a par 5, so she's found that tee shot. She can advance this out. Maybe still can get home in regulation. Just want to be careful here. Safety first. tighter holes here at Suwon. Tree trouble for her. Finally, gets home in two here, but that one leaking off to the right. Still finds the right edge of the fairway. Very reminiscent to Kim Gaia, the 17th hole. Trouble lurks on both sides, lots of undulation. For the new length of Ji-young. She's not going to get home in two, so it's all about positioning here and placement. Give herself a nice full yardage in. She can attack with a wedge. That's the goal here. You really have to be concerned about playing that club face open and finding that big bunker on the right-hand side of the fairway. Chasing it down there with no problems at all. You see the ball of Lee Ga-young. It's fine for Ji-young. I don't know if Ga-young can reach with a third shot. It looks like a hybrid. Don't think that's a club to attack. So, in good position. Chasing up the left-hand side. If you hug that left edge, it really opens out the angle to this whole location and to this 17th green. So Ga-young under pressure to stay in red figures after tugging a tee shot into the trees left of the green to Hwang Yo-min with hopefully her last putt of day one. It's tracking on a nice line. Oh, unlucky. But it's another very solid round of golf on the KLPGA Tour for the amateur sensation. 7 birdies on the day, no drop shots. This little tiddler for a round of 65. Brilliant from Hwang Yo-min. Matches the bogey-free 65 of Choi Eun-woo, and she sits at 7 under par after day one. Third shot for Park Gi-yeol now on the 17th hole. Today on this par 5, only cut 5 paces from the right edge. If you're brave enough, it's a fairly flat area around this hole. Not that she can see it. This 17th green does sit a fair bit above the fairway. We'll be brave here from 109. Just tugging that slightly to the left. So hard when you're coming off an uphill lie to sort of stay down and into your left side. Easy to hang back and let that club flip over. Now to the 18th in Juyeon for a level par round of 72. To be for the 2018 champion. Started bogey, never really recovered since. Yeah, Park Ji-young, 6 meters closer than Gi-yeol. Trying to hit a driving cut. And playing a very nice shot. Great shot maker, Park Ji-young. Not often you say that about the ladies' game because it is so very simple. Hit the fairway, hit the green, hold a putt or two, try and lift the trophy Sunday afternoon. They're not really forced to try to manufacture shots or create shots, but it's good to see Park Ji-young doing just that. Kim Ji-young too, disappointing. Round of 75 for her. Now 4th shot for Ga-young. Got to get this close. You can just about see the bottom of the flagstick. Okay, giving herself a chance. Nicely played from Ga-young. For a closing birdie in a round of 74 for Jang Soo-yeon. So this putt's got movement. We'll start this on the right edge. Lovely birdie at the last for Jang Soo-yeon. Colourful for the wrong reasons on day one. She'll begin the weekend at 2 over par.
조금만 더 비켜주세요.
Par 3 16th. Beautiful E-Class Mercedes-Benz for grabs for the first hole in one. Look at that scorecard. Doesn't it make for pretty reading? Song Ga-eun, 9 birdies on the day. She leads by 1. This is the easiest hole location on this par 3. That's going to go releasing up to just about pin high for Song Ga-eun. Of last year's Hana Financial Group Championship in a playoff against, at that time, world number 7, Min-ji Lee. Securing Rookie of the Year honors. Now Giol at 17. Slow putt moving to her left for birdie. Just carrying too much pace. We saw that from Yoon Ina. It's a slow putt, but players seem to think it's a lot slower than it actually is. Hammering it through the break, that ball never catches that slope to send it left towards the hole. So Giol with a bit of tidying up to do for a par. Lee won at the last. Nicely placed up the left-hand side, but 10 left. 112 points collected already on the Rookie of the Year points race. A race she leads, and that's a good shot for Lee Won. No simple putt from past the pin at 18. That'll be for a round of 70. A couple of yards closer. Ideally, you want to be putting from underneath the hole here. Pitched front half of the green. Somewhere right about there. Well done. After that crafty third shot, Ji-young listing it to 2 under. Should just move to her right. Just through the break. It's so hard when you're putting down a funnel. You almost feel like it's going to turn more than it does. You've got that optical illusion that everything wants to collect at that hole. And a chance squandered for Park Ji-young. This would be some par for Lee Ka-young after a really poor tee shot. That funnel position with this hole is cut. I don't think this is going to move too much. I don't believe she needs to give the hole away. Just inside edge. Good positive putt. Keep that speed up. Oh, slips by on the right hand side, and a bit of a gut punch for Ga-young. Battling so bravely this afternoon, so she's going to slip out of red figures, go back to even par. Jang Hana, who is at even par, has this to finish the day in red figures. What a crazy turn of events that would be. Moves a lot, but I don't think it's that slippery. Never really went off to the races today. Jang Hana 2 over in the first 4 holes. Made birdie at 9 and another at 17. Oh, no. Wow. You do not see that every day. She will be absolutely livid with that. A 3-putt from out of nowhere on the last and a 1 over par 73 for Zhang Hana. Well, Giol, it'll come back for par at the 17th. Oh no. And look at that. That's rolled a good 6 feet by. We were talking about how solid her putting's been this year. Giol, problems at 17. He won down the hill for a birdie at 18, and that pretty much sums up the 19-year-old's day. She's hit some great shots, and it's not like she's putted poorly. They just haven't dropped. Another one just shaving the edge of the cup. Well, this player's got everything going today. Ga Eun for a 10th birdie of her opening round, and to get to 9 under par. Oh, another roll away from dropping. So comes back down to earth after that run of 4 straight birdies. It's only a 5th par of her day. So Ga Eun doing very nicely here on day 1. Giol for bogey now. Okay. Drops just the 1. A 3-putt 6 at the 17th will take Giol back to 1 under par. Jae-eun underneath the hole. Very nice look here. Ooh. That one slides through the break. So no player in this group gonna make birdie at the closing hole. After that rough start, 1 under par, a fair result for Lee Jae-eun too. He1 brushes that in for a matching round of 1 under par 71. You feel that putter cooperated. It could have been at least 5-6 shots better. Ro Seung-hui at 16 playing with Song Ga Eun. Is this to get to 3 under? Left edge putt. In the middle you go. Nice putt for Ro. 5 birdies on the day, and just like Lee Ga-young, double bogeying 7th hole. Let's have a look at the closing hole at Suwon Country Club, the par 4 18. 343 meters. You play from an elevated tee, so you do get a little bit more distance with your tee shot. Everything meanders from left to right, but the fairway does feel a little shallower because you do have a little run off to the left, and you see that brown sort of dried out grass area and that bunker up the right hand side. But if you do manage to carry it a good 200 meters off the tee, you can get a bit of a downhill kick, or roll all the way to maybe even that cross bunker. The second shot will be played from a slight downhill lie to a green that is pitched fairly severely from back to front. It's 34 paces deep, and the Pindant Day for round 1, well, it's just 9 from the front and 9 from the left edge. Ideally, you want to be just underneath the hole and a fraction right, because there is plenty of slope at this closing hole. Now, Park Ji-young with the honor. Playing partners walking off the 17th with 6s. Driver is plenty of club for Park. She can look to start it just at the middle of the fairway. Just let that little fade slide it around the track. Okay, well done. Carries that right-hand trap with ease. It's going to go trundling on down. Well placed. Ji Young. Ga Young all the way back at level par. Still an important hole. She can find a way to make birdie at the 18th. It's always nicer to go into day 2 in red figures than at even par. It's a huge psychological shift. Now Tugg's tee shot on the home hole for Ga Young, and that one goes racing past. Settle. Okay. Just coming out of the first cut of rough. Make it a little bit trickier to spin and distance control. Guillaume. Pleased with that. So she should be. It's a higher level of the fairway, so a longer second shot into the last awaits Park Gi-young, who's currently 1 under par. Ga Young at level. Championship rolls along from Suwon Country Club. We're in the city of Yongin, about half an hour outside of downtown Seoul. And Sunju today from 26, the par 450. She's at level par, and a bit unlucky. That didn't take a firmer kick off that front mound. Tee box at the par 5/17th, and the tournament leader Song Ga-eun, probably the tightest tee shot the players face at Suwon. You can see it there, trouble up the left, trouble up the right. Ga-eun can start it just inside of that fairway bunker. Obviously not going to be able to get home in 2, so it's just about position here. She is swinging the club beautifully. The 2021 Rookie of the Year. Fine control of a golf game here on the opening day at Suwon. Lim Hee-jung, she's in red figures, and she has struggled to build any kind of momentum here in the opening round. She's bunkered again at 6. Tugged a fraction left. Chipping has been suspect since she made the turn. So the good news is she'll have lots of green to play with at the 6th. Now to the 18th, and you see Park Gi-young at the top of the hill. Playing partners got the fast track, finishing at the bottom just short of the cross bunker. Still not a lot of club in hand for Gi-young. More than a 7 iron, maybe even an 8. All right. Not a great shot, but underneath the hole, putting, pitching uphill. Definitely a better side to leave it on if you're going to miss this green. Should only be a wedge in hand for these two players. Ji-young first to strike. Presses her ball very nicely, so she can look to land this between the front edge of the green and the hole. Big hop, spin, stop it dead. That was a real miscue from Park Ji-young. Like she tried to feather a longer club in. Said coming up short, it's good. It's not if you've only had wedge in hand. So a poor miss from Park Ji-young at the home hole. Ga Young now just coming out of the first cut of rough. It's a fluffy lie. Very easy to have have this sort of catch the top of the club face and come out dead. So she'll have to be wary of this. Doesn't have to be careful of a flyer. But that is exactly what happened to that ball. A bit of a jump off the club face, and Guy Young with a little testy 2-putt for a round of 72. Modest Galleries trailing this afternoon feature group on day one. They'll be swarming Suwon Country Club come Sunday afternoon. Will Song Ga-eun find herself in this position in 2 days' time? She's got the lead. Second shot now to 17. Into that fairway bunker up the right-hand side. So the tournament leader, well, not exactly in prime position at the par 5 17th. 65 from Hwang Yo-min, matching the bogey-free effort of Choi Yeon-woo in the morning, leave them as Ga-eun's closest pursuers. But it's the 2021 Rookie of the Year who leads the way so far on day one at the NH Ladies Championship. Day one coverage from the NH Ladies Championship in beautiful Suwon Country Club rolls along here on the 6th event of the 2022 season on the KLPGA. The winner of the second event, the Mediheel Championship, Park Ji-young, just short of the green at the last. Steep uphill slope to contend with, but managed with ease from 26-year-old four-time KLPGA Tour champion. 71 to open. Should she pop that in? Not going to be good enough because this young lady is soaring at 8 under par. Song Ga-eun with a one-shot advantage, and good break here, not finding the sand. Can't be too greedy with this. No cut, 5 from the right. Bunker guards the green short. Got to look 20 feet left, pin high. Something just like that. Well played from Ga-eun. Only one drop shot on her day. Going back at the second hole, 9 birdies since. Now Giol with a putter from the front edge. And I like this play. A bad putt's always going to be better than a bad chip. Very slow coming up the slope. Well done. Cozying that one up close for Giol. 3-putt at 17. Not going to make dinner taste any better for Park Giol. Just ticked past 5 p.m. in the evening, local time. London City. Row. Thought to be a little bit more aggressive than Ga-eun, coming out of the middle of the fairway. Just tugging that long left. Get that sometimes. Club face shuts down. Hit it a little bit left and half a club longer. So outside chances at birdie for Roh Seong-hui and Song Ga-eun at this penultimate par 5. Ga-young, a lot of right to left swing in this and coming downhill. Pretty pleased with the 2-putt here. Oh my! How did that spin out? We've seen that for the second time in this group. Park Giol had hit the par 3 16th. Ga-young's was tracking all the way. So a level par round of 72 to open the week for Lee Ga-young. Work to be done to make the cut tomorrow morning. Hee-jung. A lot of green to work with on 6. And the little low runner doing an acceptable job with it, but there is work to be done for Lim Hee-jung to stay in red figures. Only a 3rd start of the 2022 season. Park Ji-young to clean things up for a par and a round of 71. Okay, 71 to open for the lady who sits second on the money list and the points list behind Yoo Hae-ran. She matches Hae-ran through the opening 18 holes. Quickly across to the other 9, and Lim Hee-jung for her par at the 6th. Good support out on day 1 for the 21-year-old. There'll be a couple of people willing this one in for Hee-jung. No. That's unfortunately the case of 2022 so far, just unable to generate any kind of momentum. It's a 3rd bogey in a 4-hole stretch, and it drops her back to even par. Giol for a 71 to match Ji-young at the 18th. Nicely hole. So 72 for Ga-young, 71s for Park Ji-young and Park Giol. Seong-hui is downhill, left to right, putt for birdie. Just Just want to snuggle this one up close. Easy to let it slide away from you. Settle down. Settle down. That's just the danger of being past the pin on some of these greens. I mean, she's got a good 7-8 feet coming back for par. Now Kang Lin has reached the 18th. Second shot from 130, a long way back. Trap a little 7-iron up there. And that's not gonna be enough for Kang Lin. Six-year-old who turned pro back in 2012. Now Hung Jung-min, what a battle she had with Song Ga-eun at the end of 2021 for Rookie of the Year honors. Hasn't really been able to muster much of a charge today. 1 under par, outward half of 35 to drop a shot at the 14th, so she's at level. Only 8 million won banked so far in 2022. That's a nice shot. A chance to sign off with a round in the red for Jung-min, who came so close at the Jeju Samdasu Masters last season. Narrowly falling short to Oh Ji-hyun, who opened with a 68 this morning. Now Ga-eun, left to righter. Let's try to die it down there. This is on a pretty good line, but it's not going to come back. Good. Get a touch from Song Ga-eun. That should be a relatively stress-free tap-in par. This not quite a tap-in for Roh Seong-hui. She is putting back up the hill slightly, but there's a little shoulder of the bunker that will make this one to feel like it's a little bit downhill at the start. And I suspect this putt was actually going to move the opposite direction. I think it's going to move to her right, not by much. You can afford to be positive with this. Good firm stroke. For par. Oh, just trailed off to the right, and well, not for the first time this week. It's going to be a 3-putt bogey at the 17th, and it takes Roh Seong-hui back down to 2 under par. Third player in this group, Lee Bo-mi, went out in 2 over par 38, but found a couple of birdies at the 11th and the difficult 14th. In fact, all 3 players of this group birdieing the 14th. So Bo-mi's back at where she began the day at level par, is to keep things that way. Song Ga-eun, not really what you want to see. Playing partner 3 putts. Lee Bo-mi, 3rd bogey of the day. Grabbing a piece of the cup, but not dropping from about 6 feet. I mean, it's only Friday. You have that Sunday afternoon. It's very much a different story. Starts to play in the back of your mind. Kang Lin. Best finish of last year came at this championship. 8th place finish last year. To have another top 10 at the E1 Charity Open. She's going to just clean that one up. Tap that in for, well, a tidy round of 2 under par 70. Which leaves her just inside the top 30 heading into tomorrow's second round. Now, Ga-eun shouldn't miss this. I mean, I could make this. Keep the head steady. Putter square. Yeah, no problems. She'll trot off to the 18th tee with a one-shot lead. Kim Se-ro-mi leaking oil this inward half. Couple of bogeys at 15 and 16. Chance for a birdie at the last, not to be for Kim Se-ro-mi. So the 24-year-old runner-up at the BC Card Hankyong Ladies Cup last year will scribble her name next to a 1 over par round of 73. Now back on the tee, tournament leader Song Ga-eun. She's tiny in stature, but doesn't really shift it out there with the big hitters on the tour like your Yu-hei Rans and your Lee So-mis. She packs a punch. I think she'd be able to fly that trap up the right-hand side. If she does, she's going to be in attack country. Attack position, I should say. Left edge of the trap. If it covers, it does. If it doesn't, no problems. She's looking concerned. It's fine. Straight up the middle. Maybe a long way back at the top of the hill like Gi Young and Yelin. Oh. Come on, Jungmin. A round of 71. No, not to be. So, one birdie, one bogey, and 16 pars will tot up to 72 for the lady who ended her rookie season second on the rookie points list, Hong Jung-min, in a share of 72nd spot at even par. So your tournament leader, Song Ga-eun, makes her way down the 18th hole, enjoying a one-shot cushion over the best score of the morning round, Choi Eun-woo, and the teen titan, the amateur, Hwang Yo-min, also returning a bogey-free 65. Second shot now from the top of the hill for Lee Bo-mi. 3 players playing from a long way back. 37 for Bo-mi, and didn't look like the best of contacts, but it's going to scuttle up to right about where Park Gi-yeol was in our featured group about 15 minutes ago. Not too bothersome from there. Roh Seong-hui. A couple of yards closer. She's got that hanging lie, the ball below her feet. Maybe makes that ball want to just have a little bit of cut spin on it. It's hard to try to get that right hand around to hit the draw that's required. Made a pretty good swing there. Is it going to release? Just a touch short for Roh Seong-hui. Nice flat lie. Actually missed the cut at this championship last year, did Ga-eun. We've had 6 missed cuts. Not going to miss the cut. At 8 under par though. 124 left for the Rookie of the Year. It's a fraction right. Will it cover? Oh, gets a nice kick. It's going to release onto the green. Should stay there. Should stay there. Yeah, she knows she got away with one there. 20-year-old in pole position right now. To the 17th and An Sun-ju. Seen this putt a couple times. Left to right up. Slippery in the last third. Doesn't look high enough. Or is it high enough? Or is it? Oh, wonderful touch. Very well played from Sung-ju. She's a dead ringer for Inbee Park, I'll tell you that much. Same slow, rhythmic backswing. She's at level par, so is her amateur playing partner Lim Ji-yu after a couple of bogeys. And it's Song Ga-eun, who still leads at 8 under par, with one more birdie look to come at the par 4 18th here on day 1. At the NH Ladies Championship. Straight up the hill on 18. Yeah, doing what she needed to do. Chase it up there underneath the hole. It's going to be a sluggish opening round for Lee Bo-mi. Able to muster the birdie bonanza of her playing partner Song Ga-eun. Now An Sun-ju to clean up for a good 2-putt. Okay, it's a nice par at the 17th. It's a string of pars for An Sun-ju. Roh Seong-hui through about 4 feet of fringe. Everything goes uphill and falls off to her right. Judge a pace. So birdie look to come for Song Ga-eun. It would be for a round of 63. Came into this week off the back of 3 straight miscuts at the next Sensate 9 Masters, the KLPGA Championship, and the Kyochon Honey Ladies Open last week. She's only recorded 6 rounds under par so far this season. No rounds in the 60s. But she is that kind of player. She starts to get hot with a putter. She starts to get hot with her golf game. She's capable of rattling off a bunch of birdies. This would be the longest of the bunch today. Up the hill for a birdie at the 18th and a round of 63. That was traveling with some pace. It was a positive stroke for Song Ga-eun. Great effort. 21st at the season opening Lotte Rent-A-Car Ladies Open, 19th at the Mediheel, and well, hasn't made a cut since. Head back out to find Yu Hyo-ju, long way back, the bottom of the hill at 17. This is her 3rd shot. Bogeyed her opening hole of the day. She's picked up 3 birdies since, just coming off a drop shot at 15. But that is in very good range to try to get to 2 under par. Nicely done from Hyoju. She won't be able to see it from way back down the hill. Now Bomi for a par. Inside left lip, nice and positive. You can see there, just never really trusted the line, wiped at it, and unfortunately for Lee Bo-mi, it's a bogey finish at 74. Be back tomorrow morning. I figured she'd need a round in the mid-60s to have a tea time Sunday. Ga-eun going through that pre-shot routine. Whether she's 8 under or 8 over, it never changes. The hallmark of a great professional. Got to keep that routine the same. Go through the process. Give yourself the best possible chance to execute what you need to do. This will get her attention. It's just from the high side of the hole. Still, you don't want to give the hole away. Nice and positive. This for a round of 64 and the day 1 lead. Very nicely played, Song Ga-eun. 9 birdies, only 1 drop shot, 4 straight pars to close. She'll sleep on the lead. That's her lowest round of the year, and the first time she's carded a round in the 60s in 2022. Well played, Song Ga-eun. She leads by 1 at the end of play here on day 1 at the NH Ladies Championship. Roh Seong-hui, just a couple of shots worse off than her playing partner, but a tidy round of 2 under par 70 will leave her in a share of 25th starting Saturday. That double bogey at 7. A lot of what-ifs running through the mind of Roh Seong-hui at the close of play today. It's been some wonderful golf from this opening round at the NH Ladies Championship, and it's Song Ga-eun who finds herself all alone at the top after a brilliant opening round of 64, which included 9 birdies. The pair of players who returned 65s, they were both bogey-free, Cho Yun-woo and Hwang Yo-min. Look for Jung Yun-ju at the par 5 17th, coming from right about pin high, so putting through that funnel, easy to overread this one. Oh, not if you hit it with perfect pace. That's a very tidy birdie, and it's a clean scorecard for Jung Yun-ju, into a share of 15th at 3 under par. Well played indeed. To the last. And Jo Yun-hee went out in level par 36. 10 straight pars to start her day before getting into red figures, but a couple of drop shots at 13 and 15 leave her the wrong side of par. Easy playing into the setting sun. That is one of the best we've seen all day at the home hole. Surely a birdie secured for Joe. Now Yu Hyo Ju. That stunning second shot from the bottom of the hill. She's got this for a birdie 4. A wonderful 4 from long range. Yu Hyo Ju gets to 2 under with 1 to play. Very nice stuff. Well, it's been a nice return to Suwon Country Club. The defending champion, Park Min-ji, certainly in contention after a bogey-free round of 67. Hope you're enjoying these images from our official photographer out at the KLPGA Tour. 132 players teeing it up this week. 800 million Korean won prize purse. Lee Bo-mi, struggling 74. Couple of bogeys to finish for Bo-mi. Nifa with a lot of work to do to catch her playing partner Song Ga-eun, who was on absolute fire today. 9 birdies and only 1 drop shot in that round of 64. So let's get you up to speed with what transpired here on day 1 at the NH Ladies Championship. Kwon Seo-yeon from long range at the par 3, 5th. Finding the target, dropping into the middle. Beautiful stuff from Kwon Seo-yeon. She would go on to sign for a round of 3 under par, 69. 69, not good enough if you want to be on the front page of the leaderboard. Defending champion Park Min-ji, she's lurking after that bogey-free 67 to open. Lee So-mi threw in an eagle at the long par 5 17th en route to her round of 66, and well, a couple of bogey-free 65s from Choi Eun-woo and Hwang Yo-min. Nobody went lower than Song Ga-eun, the 20-year-old former Rookie of the Year. 9 birdies and only 1 drop shot in her round of 64. She leads the way here on day 1 at this 54-hole NH Ladies Championship. It's a record prize pool for this event. 800 million Korean won, up 100 million from last year, 144 million won. Going to head the way of the champion come Sunday evening. Scrolling through that leaderboard, you'll see a couple of names that we've kept an eye on throughout the course of the coverage. Jo Hye Lim, she would sign for a 71. Park Ju-young, still seeking a first KLPGA Tour title. Open her campaign were the round of 71 as well. The cut will come at the end of play tomorrow evening. Top 65 players and ties will make it safely through to the weekend. Song Ga-eun's target of 64, well, that's the score to beat through one day here at Suwon Country Club. We do hope you've enjoyed the coverage. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place, for more action from the 6th event of the 2022 season, the NH Ladies Championship. But until then, this is Timothy Lowe saying goodbye for now.